Today, on Another Note.
He's asking, if my wife won't lose weight, am I justified in leaving her?
It's justifiable. He should leave her.
Everybody's doing this natural hair transition.
I think men are more attracted to women with natural hair now, though.
The fans wanted to know, how would you deal with a threesome?
I invite her, yeah.
So threesome as in 1 + 1 + 1? It's 3. That solves the equation. So on another note,
Two women and a guy, I think that's healthy for some relationships.
I can tell you what's not cool, not having a period.
welcome back to On Another Note. We are in 116 Cherryville in Carrot Bay. Bloop, 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 bloop. Big up to Amidro. And we are joined by none other than Kevin Foy, aka Liquor Boss. Can I call you that? Liquor Boss? Okay. Did you bring any liquor though? What is wrong with you? But anyway.
Next time.
Okay, yeah.
Communion one for me.
Okay, no problem.
I like anything red.
Okay, I got you.
And, you know, so let's get into it, okay? Now, I gotta pull my phone for this one, right? I was reading this article, well, this letter. And a gentleman, yes, a gentleman had some grievances about how his girlfriend would have changed over time. So,
His wife.
yes. Oh, yes. Yes,
That's
you're right.
what
You're
peeved
very
me.
right. So, okay. He's asking, if my wife won't lose weight, am I justified in leaving her? I feel incredibly guilty for even writing this, but I am at a loss and I need your help. My wife and I have been married for 6 years and I love her with all my heart. But in those 6 years, she has completely let herself go. To the point I no longer feel attracted to her and I have serious doubts about whether she will live long enough to grow old with me. Wow. When we met 8 years ago, I was about 170 and she was about 160. Today I am 190 and she is 380 pounds. So that is a big difference, y'all. Okay. She doesn't work. She doesn't exercise. She won't eat healthy, at least not consistently. Her doctor told her she needs to do something. She can't keep going like this, and yet she still refuses to change, knowing her life is getting shorter because of it. Maybe she's depressed. I know that I am, but I am at the end of my rope. This is not the woman I married. If she refuses to take care of herself, do I have a right to feel inclined to leave her? I am really struggling with this. Signed, size matters.
She got
He didn't say. He didn't say.
I stopped reading.
Well, the reason why this jumped out at me because I know of some men who've complained that their wives, girlfriends would have put on some weight over time. Yeah. It's different because we're in the Caribbean and it's like, I don't know, it's kind of expected that I just spit on you. I'm sorry. I don't know if it's expected because we are around plump kind of women and people that it's kind of okay. I'm sorry to Angel and Dr. Shaq. No, but seriously, but with this though, I think the difference is it was a big jump. But what say you guys? You know, is he justified for feeling that he wants to go?
I don't think it's justified. I think if it was the other way around, you know how we women always love so hard and so strong. If it was the other way around, she would have never left him. She would have never written that letter. No, she would have worked with him.
She would have stayed
with him.
Nah, it's justifiable. He should leave her. No, because she's being lazy. Like she's not making attempt. It's not to say let's say they had a kid or whatever, right? She's not eating healthy. She's not exercising. She's just letting herself go. So why should he?
She gained 220 pounds. So
she gotta go.
But did it even say anything about if they have children, if they try to have children? Did she have any type of
but
miscarriages?
even if she had children, she could still exercise a little bit.
Whatever.
Do something.
say do something.
What did he try to do to help her though? Did he say anything about his attempts in helping her?
That's what
Is
I
he
was
the one
gonna
enabling
say.
her? Is he the one buying her 2, 3 fast food plates of food? Because if she
talk
stay at
about
home,
her other
how she buying
issues.
getting money to buy food?
Great point.
That's a good
Because
point.
he's feeding her.
That's a very good point.
And you feeding her because you rubbing on her. You rubbing on her because you like it low key. Nasty.
And then all bodies are different from men's body. So while I'm sure they're eating the same thing, but her body is getting weak.
Let's just.
Have you ever watched this My 600 Pound Life? And all those people that are 600 pounds plus, they all have a skinny significant other, and they're the ones who cooking the food. They are the ones who going out buying the 3 dozen eggs and making them a dozen per morning.
They're enabling them.
They're the skinny significant other, and I'm just like.
But that doesn't mean that they're not.
So why are you buying it?
I think it's similar to because food addiction is real, and I think it would be similar to if you have a family member who is maybe a drug addict, and not that you are necessarily going out and buying the drugs for them, but maybe you facilitate it in some way or fashion. Maybe you get them change, knowing that you're going to go and buy some crack with this, you know. I'm not saying that's the case with him because he didn't really put all.
I mean, he can't really put all the details in that short thing, but I mean, he did say she been going to the doctor. The doctor did tell her it's not healthy, and she's still doing it, so she gotta go. But he can put himself through that
What you
stress.
do instead of investing in divorce, invest in bariatric surgery. I mean, there are other ways around this, and a psychiatrist.
I feel stressed for that man.
Trust me, that's going to be
I'm
cheaper
in
than
that situation. I
it's
feel
going to be cheaper
stressed.
than a divorce.
Listen, I'll say this. Sometimes we look at, although this letter was specifically about becoming larger in a relationship, if you didn't know me before, the people who knew me before know that naturally I am bottom heavy. So naturally, I should be bottom heavy. I have hyperthyroidism, so it is impossible for me to gain weight. I developed that when I was pregnant with my first child. If it wasn't for hyperthyroidism, I probably would be shaped a little bit like Adrian and April because I am just bottom heavy. Naturally, should be that way. If you know the West End pen. No, it's not only no, it's a hereditary thing, so it runs in your. No, you don't want that. It comes with its own sets of stuff. But but I said that to say this. I feel the same way the woman does, even though for me it's on the opposite end, because for me, I don't think I'm sexy. I don't think that I'm not the woman my husband married. I'm not. I look completely different. My face isn't the same. I mean, I do not look like the person he married at all. Nothing about me looks the same, except for my eyes and my nose and my lips. My face shape is different because I had a rounder face. Naturally, I was a lot more shapely. You know, I don't look the same. So for me, I feel her pain from I'm sure she's depressed because you're thinking, who he liked and married doesn't look like you, and then you just fall more into your depression. So sometimes I ignore medical advice because I just feel depressed. He's gonna look at the shapely women like Adrian, April, and Dr. Shaq and them because that's what he likes.
I feel good about myself right now. I just want to say that.
Adrian come with challenges.
But I wanted you to look at it from that perspective, the fact that she also has feelings in the middle of all of this, and she is also probably trying her best, and some things you can't avoid. So although he is struggling from his end, she's also struggling. I'm sure whether she's being intentional about not exercising or not, that she is going through a struggle. I struggle daily.
And that's why I was saying spend the money on a psychiatrist, because I mean there are other ways around her issue. I don't know, it didn't say conventional medicine that they tried. Going to a dietitian is different. Figuring out what's the source of why she's eating, what's the source of why she's just having a sedentary lifestyle is what's important. So he should focus the energy more on that journey instead of leaving. Yeah. You know, I feel like that's very selfish. You marry.
I agree that he should leave, though. Sorry. I said all of that, but I still agree that he should leave.
For better, for what? For better,
200 pounds? No, child.
You see, people like y'all don't need to get married. Go ahead, Bertha.
No, I was saying, I'm here thinking what this man is doing to this poor lady that's stressing her out to the point that she has gained some weight.
It don't have to be him.
He's stressing out.
Okay, let's break it up a bit. So what about in a case where the wife or the husband gets heavily involved into the church after they were married.
Oh, that's another
You
one.
know, because we do know of some situations.
You really comparing church and food?
Well, no, but what I mean is in terms of a partner changing or going from one extreme to another. So suppose you marry your husband or you marry your wife, and yeah, probably used to go to church every once in a while. And then a couple years into the marriage, all of a sudden your wife going to church every day.
I know.
Sunday I ain't seeing her, Monday
I
I
know
ain't
a
seeing her.
relationship like that.
You
Fell
know,
apart like that.
like, so how would it compare then? You know,
I think
does
it's
it
the
compare?
same. It's the same.
I think it's the same type of thing. There's a drastic change that another person is uncomfortable with.
But we get to the
No,
fact that
I think Kevin is saying no.
that marriage is a choice. You chose that person, and you didn't tell them with conditions. Then marry them with conditions.
Exactly.
If
You
that
stood before
person-
God and you said, for sickness, for health, through
I mean, in a
goodness and
relationship,
bad.
There is no for skinny, for fat. There's none of that.
Rich or poor. Like, were in another line when you were saying these things?
saying,
Do
it's
you
a
realize
bunch of
what you were
lies.
saying?
But then you could
For
choose,
richer
the same
or
as how you chose to
poorer,
be with them, you could choose not
death
to be with
do
them.
we part.
Yeah, you could say that, but then you could change your mind.
Up dinner,
I think it's okay to change your mind.
Or not, to death to be part.
If your significant other gay tell us that way, how do you?
But I don't think,
You cut in, right?
You
cut it, right?
Like, I'm not fat shaming, but I think like a plus size man is not necessarily something that I look at. I don't like, you know, no offense to but I like chunky men. I like them thicker, you know? Anyhow, we're going to commercial break. On another note, we'll be right back.
Everybody's doing this natural hair transition.
I think men are more attracted to women with natural hair now, though.
The fans wanted to know, how would you deal with a threesome?
I invite her, yeah?
So threesome as in
2 guys.
1 + 1 + 1? It's 3. That solves the equation. So on another note, Andre.
2 women and a guy, I think that's healthy for some relationships.
I can tell you what's not cool. Not having a period.
Inair invites you to indulge yourself in artful designs, exciting colour palettes, and unique styles through our affordable decor pieces and beautiful home designs. Enjoy the ease of browsing our online store for that perfect complementary piece for your home or office, or have one of our talented consultants work with you to transform your room into a masterpiece. Take advantage of the expedited shipping and personalised customer care. Your dream home awaits you. Envision, create, transform.
Shavanda Naturals, handmade natural products made in the British Virgin Islands. Our products are sourced from natural and sometimes organic ingredients. Shavanda Naturals is the perfect gift for your loved one this season. Try our hair and body butters, natural handmade bar soaps, lip balms, shampoos, conditioners, oils, pomades, and scrubs. Also available for wholesale to hotels, bed and breakfast, as well as retail markets. Call us at 443-5404 or send us an email at shavanda@gmail.com.
Welcome back to On Another Note, not your average talk show, of course. Listen, I forgot to plug our clothing sponsors. So we got Umi, we got Beautiful by Jasanay, She Likes VI, Duo Collection. Big ups to y'all.
She likes jewelry.
She likes VI. This is you. This is you. This is you.
Drama. I love it. She likes drama.
She likes drama.
You know we like drama all the time.
A little bit, just a little taste. I'm gonna throw it to Miss Sotheby.
All right, so today on that note, we're talking about local entrepreneurs and innovators. So we're gonna highlight Renesia Simmons, again, all the way from Virgin Islands. I think there's something in it. I gotta say for that one. Something in the hairstyle, or I said to the tutorials, I said something in the rocks. I'll take the shade. But we have to say that this young lady is, like, she just went from to huh. And from our last conversation with all that weight talk, she's someone who lost a whole lot of weight. She's doing the healthy mind, body, and soul kind of vibe. She's really big on social media. She has like over 80,000 followers on Instagram and over 40,000 on subscribers on YouTube.
This is the natural hair.
In the top 10 natural or naturalistas in the Caribbean.
But then we say Reza now.
Reza Empress.
I mean,
so
everybody knows Reza Empress.
Yeah, for a while it's like a hometown name, you know, as Renicia, but
Reza Empress.
Reza Empress is her name on social media. You know,
Yes.
her hair is almost like when I look at Dr. Shaq's hair, her hair is like that, but she's proven that you can grow hair as a black person. You ain't gotta be mixing nothing. I might people like Amerindian. No, she's black and she grows black, strong, healthy hair all the way down to her bottom.
Yes.
And she cut it to prove the naysayers because people were like, I believe that her hair, I know people at home used to say, I used to plait her hair, how come her hair just grow all of a sudden? She was like, I can show y'all. She chopped all that beautiful hair off. I couldn't believe it. And now, I think it's like a year or two, and it's now like almost back down to hair. With all her hair care regimens, they're all natural. And she tries to tell people or teach people that it involves the body too, like what you eat and how you exercise. Because she's lost weight. It's the whole package is why she maintains that healthy, persona and physical. So let's big up Reza Empress. And then what do you think about that? Like someone like her who can prove, we have a lot of stigma here about hair in the BVI. What's good hair, what's bad hair, whatever. And that's something that really sticks out for Reza Empress. Her hair is so amazingly beautiful.
And she focuses a lot on hair care and hair health. And that's so important because everybody's doing this natural hair transition, but they don't understand that it actually involves you doing a lot more for your hair because black hair gets dehydrated very quickly. So you have to do a lot of infusions. And I like that she teaches people as her journey goes on in her social media.
Exactly. I'm glad you mentioned healthy hair because a lot of people have been wondering, hey, bro, why you cut your hair? And I don't know. I don't like answering everyone because I'm like, this is my business. But one of the exactly. But one of the main reasons was I wanted to grow healthy hair because I hid the breakage very well. But I said I'm gonna start over and moisturize, oil it and do what I need to do in terms of hair care. So big up to Reza Empress for teaching us how to take care of black hair.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. As much as we're talking about the natural hair, I believe that taking care of your hair is important. I am very anti extensions and all that kind of stuff because I find that we have now associated our beauty with our hair, with our makeup, with a certain type of clothing, with a certain body formation. So really all the women look the same. So all the men really are attracted to the same women in this day and age because
I agree.
They all look the same. And I really want us to encourage, which is why I love what Reza Empress is doing, encourage you being a natural, a healthy, and an authentic version of whoever you are.
That is very important, very, very important. I also tell my girls the same thing. I mean, they have straight hair, but I encourage them not to be attracted to the extensions. My mother taught me that, and that they're so expensive. They are so expensive. Yes, so it's better to take care of your own.
I think men are more attracted to women with natural hair now, though. No? I think that trend has been changing though, because if you see a lot more men are going towards women with the more natural.
Why is that?
I guess that's for next show.
You see, you notice he rubbing his knees where he's talking about. He's like natural hair. Big up to Kevin, significant other, because she has natural hair.
Yes,
there you go. Let's switch it up though. It's time for hot topics.
The hot topic. And today's topic is really, really hot. Let me tell you. It's not me, it wasn't me, it was the fans. The fans wanted to know, how would you deal with a threesome? How would you deal with a threesome? Is it, would it help your relationship or would it actually not help your relationship? Tell me about it.
So threesome as in?
Two guys
one plus
and a
one
girl.
Plus one?
Yes,
it's
1, 2,
three.
3, tres.
That solves the equation. So on another note, anyhow, Kevin on the spot now. Let's hear what Kevin has to say.
Can we switch the threesome though instead of?
No, it doesn't matter. So long as
yeah.
women.
I think it's two women and a guy. I think that's healthy for some relationships.
It's healthy. Okay, so it doesn't hurt.
No, I mean if you're married to somebody for X amount of years, sometimes it's good to spice up the relationship.
Okay.
And
So what
keep
if
it alive.
me and you married, right, and I say, Kevin, your friend looking a little saucy, and you wanna invite him in?
Invite her, yeah.
No. Your male friend. Your male friend.
Unbiased.
Nah, okay.
So it's okay for the women, but it's not okay for
But why is that?
Anyway.
Why is what?
Why is it okay to have 2 girls and a guy and not 2 guys and a girl?
Just
sizing up of the penises.
But I mean, it don't even have to be penis. It could be like
no.
different things happening.
Tell the truth, it is that. Because you look at how she going on with him. Lord have mercy. Jeez, he got a cheese, brother.
She ain't coming back to me. She ain't coming back
Exactly.
to me.
Or maybe he might mess up and then his penis like hit your hand like that and then you just die.
maybe. No, I don't look at it that way. Maybe the next lady could show me something and teach me something that I didn't know before. So it's an educational process.
It's an educational process. When 2 girls are involved or when 2 guys are involved?
When 2 girls are involved, it's an educational process.
Not when 2 guys are involved.
Is it education for who?
For the guy.
What is he learning? Tell me.
Because women know each other's body.
Oh.
And me as a man, I might not know certain things. And she may enlighten me. No, but you never know. She may enlighten me to a new talent or something different that I never knew that my wife or my significant other liked.
So this is for
So it's an educational
purposes.
purpose.
Wow. So what about the man? Like, maybe he knows things about what men. I don't know. I give up. I lose.
I can't say threesomes are wrong. I feel like it depends on the language in your relationship. If you have a relationship and listen, this is what gets us off. We talk about this and this is what we need to make our relationship work, then that work for you. Not everybody is going to want a threesome. So across the board, it's not that threesome is wrong or correct. It depends on the language within your relationship that you gets
Tiana Taylor.
you want to go.
Tiana Taylor. Sorry to cut you, Angie, but Tiana Taylor is with Iman Shumpert. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah. And she actually has a song about it, 3-way.
But she says she's attracted to girls.
Yes, so it's more.
So that's something her husband signed up for.
People were on her like, oh, you're just doing anything for men, and she was like, but
no,
I like
she's
it too,
bisexual.
though. I like it too. So yes, you go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, from a Christian perspective, really, when you get married, especially, I think it's really important that you keep the sanctity of marriage between 2 people because that is God's intention. Pre-marriage, I also think it's important to keep the sanctity because, just like Kevin said, there are things that you may find out that you like, and just like anything else, I like going to this restaurant because cook the food better. It's the same food you eat at restaurant X, but in restaurant Y, you just like that one better, and you may end up with that. So what usually happens, relationship experts have said, it's healthy if 2 people can be independent, meaning you know this is who you're staying with, irrespective of how good, how bad, how you're going to stay with this person. Or it can really damage a relationship. And unfortunately, more times than not, it damages a relationship.
It reminds me of that movie I watched a long time ago. I think it's called Menage a Trois.
Oh, yes.
People. Yes.
The black one or the white?
I haven't watched any of them.
It's not a porno.
I don't think it was a porno. The gist
It's really good, actually.
Yeah.
The
Did they
gist of
try to kill somebody at the end?
the gist of the story was that the lady, the wife, tried a threesome, and at the end of the day, because this other woman was introduced into the marriage, it just mashed up the whole thing. The same thing Angel was trying to say. Sometimes this third person may not work, not because you hear your neighbor talking about a threesome, or you see it on TV, or you see it on TV is good for you. So he
left with the other women?
it was a situation that he couldn't, you know, sex with his wife was no longer normal. So he was always wanting.
And we have to be honest. If you are having an affair or threesomes, you know what happens there? Adrenaline. There's a level of rush in your body. There's an excitement that makes you want to do that. You don't get that at home every time because now you're thinking, oh my God, when is this other girl gonna come? Because it's about to be on like popcorn, you know? So that adrenaline, you crave, I don't know what it's called in a medical language, but you crave that high that your body naturally gives you when you know something is gonna be out of the norm. You just crave that, and then it makes normal sex with who you're supposed to be having sex with boring. So I advise all you married people up there, switch it up. You don't need an extra person to switch it up. Listen, switch it up. Do it in a car like you used to do before you got married. Stop, you know, put your bucket list.
I want to say what she just said about making a bucket list, that's actually a really good point.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely do that. You know, I take counseling from you on
I don't think a lot of people think about that.
So I appreciate you.
So I'm gonna purchase a Mamacita wig, okay? Okay, honey? It's gonna be long down in my back. Call me Maria. Okay. On another note, we'll be right back after this break.
At Horizon Catering, we deliver the highest quality food, innovative presentations, and professional services. We know how important catering is to your event, so we cut no corners to ensure a satisfying and memorable event. We can turn your next event from the ordinary to the extraordinary. For the highest quality food, innovative presentations, and professional services, call Horizon Catering at 284-499-2132 or 499-2142. At Blossoms, our floral experts use their creative flair to design beautiful and exotic bouquets. We are the on-island wedding experts, and for boating enthusiasts, we can help you to add a touch of floral elegance, life, and color to your yacht, mega yacht, or super yacht. You can also find a wide variety of silk and dried flower designs, fresh cut flowers, local flowers, tropical blooms, fruit and gourmet baskets, chocolates, balloons, both helium and air-filled, various gift items, and an assortment of plush animals. With a floral experience spanning over 28 years, we have earned a reputation for excellence both locally and internationally. We've even worked with celebrities. At Blossoms, we continue to deliver smiles and watch our customers bloom.
But anyway, welcome back to On Another Note. And while we were talking about threesomes, and some people think that's not cool, I can tell you what's not cool: not having a period. Sorry, Kev. But today, we're going to be talking on our health note. We're going to be talking about a condition that affects so many women. And I want to say it affects them in silence because people actually don't really talk about it. Like if you miss your period for about 3-4 months, you just keep it to yourself and you try to figure out what's going on with me.
Or you're happy.
Pardon?
Or you're happy.
Oh, well, that's another one. Yeah. Some people actually get happy because they don't get a period. But actually, that's something that's concerning. And to mention it is important because now the leading cause of infertility in women, especially black women, polycystic ovarian syndrome. Has anybody heard about that?
Mm-hmm. I actually have very close friends who have it.
Okay. Because, I mean, we call it PCOS, people say PCOS, you could call it whatever you want.
That's what I was trying to say earlier.
The PCOS, yes. But the thing is, it's so important because when you get the symptom of losing your period initially early on, and some people get excited about it, it actually represents a struggle of pregnancy. Because infertility is something that you don't really care about until you really start trying, you know? So aside from just losing your period or having irregular periods, some women start seeing that they are getting facial hairs, chest hairs, hair in places they didn't have before.
Wait a minute.
Right? Start gaining weight. for no reason. So sometimes rapid weight gain doesn't necessarily mean like you just put it aside, or if you're gymming, you're walking out, you're not eating healthy, everything is in place, but you're still gaining weight, right. That's also another symptom of PCOS. And then the next thing is
your neck. Yeah, like
you get the darkness around the neck. So I have a lot of clients coming in. For the first time, they're noticing just this darkness in their neck. Actually, that darkness, it has a name. People call it the dirty neck. Yeah. Okay, you call it dirt neck, Kev. So some people call it dirt neck, but it's really not dirt because people are scrubbing, you're scrubbing, and you get so irritated because you're trying to remove it and you can't. It's actually your body not being able to exfoliate that area in a particular way, and it's a response to insulin levels in your body. You become insulin intolerant, like you actually have higher insulin and your body is reading it, and insulin is a growth factor. So it's gonna make some things get bigger. That's why you gain weight, right? And this is your skin building up on itself. It has a fancy name called acanthosis nigricans, but it likes to happen in creases. So you notice you gain weight under your arm getting dark, around your neck getting dark, between your legs getting dark. That between the leg part, usually people will come in for that because it messes with their sex life, because you then feel unattractive with between your groin, your vagina, everything gets really dark. So that's something else that happened. And the next thing I get very most popular is hair loss. So you can lose hair from having the effects of PCOS. So hair thinning. So what happens where that's concerned is these ovaries that you have, it's like popcorn, as in a bunch of little holes in your ovaries. And it just so happened that yes, every woman gets 1 or 2 cysts every month, right? But if you have multiple and those cysts have no eggs in them, right? That is the problem. Your regular cyst 1 and 2, you're doing it, you have a little egg that's maturing for your ovulation process, right? But when you have PCOS, there's no egg inside. So when that ruptures, it only gives you a combination of hormones, and it just so that it has a lot of testosterone. And so these testosterones or the testosterone derivatives, your body reads them as masculinization. Yes. That's the reason you get extra hair on your face, extra hair around your nipples and your chest. You start thinning out, like male pattern baldness. You have female pattern baldness as well. So you start getting those, we call those androgenic effects. Right. So I wanted to just make sure I mentioned this because sometimes you don't always get all of those things I just mentioned all at once. But if you actually find out, hey, I missed my period and all of a sudden again these chin hairs, what's going on? Ask a question. Right. Because helping to balance your hormone early in the game helps your fertility so that you can actually walk towards a journey, or even just being acquainted with a gynecologist from day one so that they can walk you through this process. The emotional aspect of it is, at the end of the day, when you're trying to get pregnant, it is so overwhelmingly depressing. And I know this must be a story that you probably have at least one friend.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So how do you know the difference between that and the effect of a birth control?
The effect of a birth control definitely will not androgenize you. A birth control is giving you some sort of female hormone. So that's estrogen or progesterone. You get it in a balance. You either get a combination pill with both, or you get one type of hormone, which is the progesterone. But while there are some side effects from the birth control, which is weight gain, that's consistent with both, menstrual irregularity, that's consistent with both, but you usually don't lose your hair. You don't get facial hairs, and so you also should not technically have a long-term side effect of being infertile.
That's like a way try to prevent that, you know, by means of eating healthier.
I read something about it, about dietary and lifestyle changes that could help. I'll tell you about my friend just to brighten up the mood a bit. So she was struggling with infertility because of her PCOS, but now she has a 4-year-old son. So You know, there are success stories, you know.
So just to say one quick thing before we go on to respond to your dietary comment. Not necessarily like there's a specific diet that prevents it from happening. It's idiopathic, as it could just pop up. We're not sure who will get it. Some persons have a genetic link, yes. But I have to say those diets that are better for like improve your glycemic control. That means choose the correct complex starches, not like breads or those simple things. Choose like ground provisions, grains.
I thought
wheat,
yam has a lot of estrogen in it.
It does have a lot of estrogen in it. So these dietary, I guess, dietary outlines that give you, that help you to maintain and manage your weight, those are good ones. And so that you can actually keep your insulin levels under control. But it's not going to cure or prevent you from getting it. You just manage it.
I'm so quiet. I'm just like, we got to continue this one for another day too.
I know. Well, it's a lot to take in, but
sure is.
Anshel, you can take over while everybody takes it all in, breathes in.
With the amount of estrogen in the room,
it got silent.
And the little weedy bit of testosterone in the room. We're gonna go.
What are you saying about Kevin?
I'm not. I mean it in a big way. No, I mean like testosterone in a big way. Like a lot of testosterone, solid.
I'm not eating yam anymore.
Hey, there's truth to that.
We're gonna take it straight over to our real appeal. We are back. We are back in Carrot Bay. We are couple steps away from the beach. We are about 5 minutes from one of the best restaurants and beaches in the British Virgin Islands. Where are we? You know, we are at 116
Cherryville.
Cherryville. And it is awesome. I want to say a special thank you to the homeowner. One of the things I love about this is it's a container home. So we are sitting in containers. Yes, the same containers that are sitting out at Passia Estate. We are sitting in a container, and this young man, remind me his name again.
Amidro.
Amidro.
Girl, how you can forget
I know, Amidro. Oh, we love to say that name. But the thing that we love about this is you don't feel like you're in a container home. Did you realize that when you came in, sitting inside? You can't tell. It's finished beautifully. Yes. He chose the name ironically because he said that 116 cherry is the finish of the wood that he has throughout the premise, and it is awesome. So we're gonna take you straight over to a commercial break. Take a look at this property right here on Another Note. Are you looking for a vacation home or event rental space? Sotheby's has the perfect space just for you. Nestled beneath the hillsides in Carrot Bay, 116 Cherryville is a unique 2-bedroom container home complete with Caribbean flair and modern design. Surrounded with plush yard space equipped with ample parking and a beautiful entertainment-worthy outdoor deck with a built-in bar and an upper lookout deck that looks straight across the Caribbean Sea. This beautiful one-of-a-kind villa is steps away from the beach. The space could be yours, whether you desire a vacation rental, purchase of your dream home, or an open space for an event. British Virgin Islands Sotheby's Limited has extraordinary properties for all your real estate needs. Contact us today at 284-340-5552 or visit our website at bvisothebyrealty.com.
We are good-looking people. Yeah, on another note, mind you people, on another note, has some good-looking people in us.
You guys are beautiful.
And beautiful people eating some really good food. Big up to Horizon Catering. Yeah. Thank you again for breakfast. Ladies, it was an interesting show. And gents. It was a very interesting show. I think that we're all going to be accosted when we go out into the community, like, hey, where did you what time I heard? I've already been, but it's fine. It's fine. I like the questions.
We got some good talks on here.
But remember, on another note, BVI, the home is on Facebook, YouTube. Check us out on Instagram, OANTalk, and we shall see you next episode.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.